There we go. Better. And now I believe we should be live. Hello everyone, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and today we're playing Roblox. As you can see, they've added me into Sonic Speed Sim, which is probably well-deserved at this point, considering I haven't, been in for a good while, even though this game has been out for, what, a year now, maybe? Something like that. Either way, if you'd like to join me, the code is in the chat. I just posted the link. So, yeah, click that and you can join me in this lobby here. This private one, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, they've added me, but not a whole lot else. I mean, they made Lost Valley look like this now, at least the portal to it, which is different, I guess. But yeah, let's go explore some of the new area-ish thing. Hey, Grumpy. Sonic, what are you even doing here? And last I heard you were in some other dimension, weren't you? I need to disable that. There we go. Anyhow, over here we have the pyramid. The thing that I basically was inside of. For those that don't have me yet, you can do the event quests, like the, Metal Sonic one over here. Once you complete this one, then you also have to complete another event quest, which is the, I think it was the metal version of me, essentially the android Shadow. And then you have to do all of these tasks as well, which, get those two obviously, and then destroy 400 badniks and 100 force field generators. Congrats on finally getting into Sonic Speed Sim. Yeah, honestly, they should have added me in earlier, but I guess they wanted to wait for perfection. But, it is what it is. And plus, I was somewhat in the game in some capacity at least, but yeah, not properly up until now. It was just an android version of me, a fake. Now let me just make my way over to the Green Hill area, since I'm not sure everyone has this area even unlocked. Which wouldn't be that hard to do, considering it's not like, it's very hard to do. And you can see best levels here and the actual levels on the side. Instead of having a rebirths at this point, we just have those, since not many people are rebirthing very much. It doesn't really mean much, considering, the skill points are where it's at. Yeah, we have this stupid Sonic statue. It really should be me, considering the event going on, but whatever. Oh look, someone else is posing as me. And we have someone with me on their shoulder, and me on their backpack, I guess. Interesting. But, yeah. As you can see, I'm clearly the best looking model here. I even have my own sound effects. Whenever I'm doing my spin dash, it actually has a unique sound that no other character has. Or, the other characters have any unique unique sounds to them. I'm the only one that gets it. And same thing with my jump, I believe. It's the specific sound from my game Shadow the Hedgehog. Where do I join it? Use the pinned comment at the top. It should be on the top of the chat. Yes, now that we've all assembled here, I guess. Basically just sort of an ask stream at this point. Oh, look, there's the faker version of me, and it's being played by Johnny, of course. Does an Android Shadow also have those sounds? Yes. But considering it's basically just me, but, a fake version of me, it is what it is. Me when Shadow the Hedgehog is cool. That, yes, I mean, that's all the time, but, the server may be full now. I don't know how many people exactly it can hold, but, yeah. Also, Johnny, since you're in here, would you like to join me for this, or whatever? Shadow, what's your username? It's Emerald Masters. Like the channel. What's my favorite food? I don't really have a favorite food necessarily since I don't eat, but I guess the closest thing would be coffee beans. They have a bitter taste, but actually have depth to them, so That's about the only thing I eat, even though I just mostly chew them. But yes, that's my favorite food, I guess. So let's see here, we've got 2 different tails. This one of them's 9, I think, from that show, Sonic Prime. And then we got a Rouge over there. Just being a Rouge, I guess. I just realized that's... Or is that... No, that's Johnny Gaming YT. That's not even Johnny. Oh, that's someone else. I guess Johnny isn't in here for once. Figures. One time I'd be streaming. Has an affinity for Knuckles after all, so it makes sense. But as you can see, with this game, they've made a fair few changes since I last played anyways. They have, you know, the red rings, which I have far too many of. I don't even know what to do with them at this point, because I've already got my chows maxed out. Let me just look at this. All level 25s. And I have some extra ones as well. Just because, you know, why not? And honestly, it's just weird that they implemented the system but only made such a low level cap. Ever seen that Eggman boss? Yes, I have. The Eggman boss over this way. You know what? Or, no, it's over there. Hold on. Out of that. How about we do this Eggman boss, since we have a fair few people here anyways? For those that can, anyhow. At least do something different than just stand around doing nothing. Shadow, what's your favorite Sonic game? I mean, obviously, the one that I'm in. You know, Shadow the Hedgehog. That's technically not even a Sonic game, considering it's, you know, it's a me game. But still, you get what I mean. So for ones that don't quite feature me, I don't know, I guess I'd probably say Frontiers at this point, just because of the mods. Plus it's just, you know, generally more fun. Now, let's see if we can beat up Eggman very quickly. Luckily I have, you know, basically maxed out chow, so this shouldn't be an issue. Just a few good hits and it's down. There we go. And now to hit Eggman. His health's doing a very odd thing, I don't know what's up with that. I should probably equip the Knuckles chows that I have. These, they do more damage. But for now, this is fine. See, I'll just knock people out of being frozen, give them a hand. So we can beat up Eggman a bit quicker. Oh, now I'm frozen. Lovely. Come on. There we go. It's way too long for a freeze. Hard to see much of anything with the stupid waterfall. There we go. Amount of damage done. And now we just gotta destroy the rest of the generators, and I think this is probably the last wave, I guess, or whatever. Should be able to take him down fully once we get these down. Last one. There we go. Come on, homing. Okay, no, there's still another one. And I got frozen. Lovely. Come on. There we go. And now go up here. Oh, it's already done. And then hit this one. There we go. I don't actually know if the generators get more health or not when you're in a group that's larger, but when I've done this before, I think it's around the same amount. There we go. Just a little bit more. And he's down. Let's see, what rank do we get? A. Well, you know what? I'd like to do it better. So let me just equip some different friends. So unequip these two, then equip the Knuckles ones, because they are very high power. And then, yeah, I think basically everything else is good. Well, actually, we can unequip this one. And instead, equip, where is it? This one. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, let's go in again. Then beat the snot out of Eggman. How's Team Dark doing? They're doing fine. We were in a stream on Charmy's channel yesterday, actually. Basically helping him. But, yeah. Aside from that, we're fine. What's my favorite color? Red. Though black is a close second. What's your favorite color besides, obviously, black and red? I don't know. I guess gold? Gold is a good color. Yeah, there we go. Only 2 hit these things with our correct chows equipped. And I got frozen. Lovely. There we go. Come on. There we go. And now to beat up Eggman a bunch. Hitbox for the homing attack is a bit weird for that, but whatever. Ow. I got frozen again. Lovely. There we go. Now just go down to this one. And one more over here. Be a bit quick about it. If we want to get that S rank time. Wonder when the Shadow Chow will come. Gotta have him. Thank you for the 199, but I assume he's probably going to come soon. You know, get George in the game, or whatever they were calling that one Chow in that video. Here we go. Now, hit Eggman again. And now the last bit. Ow. Right while I'm by the spring. Really. Cool. Alright. There we go. Just a couple more, I believe. One right over here. And take that down. And then go and beat up Eggman. Ow. I got frozen. Lovely. That's great. For the person in chat who's constantly asking what my Roblox username is, it's Emerald Masters. It says right up there. We'll do the spins later. Don't really need them. Considering I've already got, you know, the best chows I can get. And we'll go in again. Because why not? Beating up Eggman is more fun than not. Besides your motorcycle or your hoverboards, what other transportation method do you use? My feet. And my shoes, that's about it. That's really about all that there is to it. Shadow, when are you going to play Tabs Part 4? Whenever I decide to, I guess. I don't really know. I don't have plans for it at the moment. But also Knuckles is uploading at the moment because of that Kirby game that came out. Even then, Heel didn't seem to care too much for Tabs, so we'll see if I end up doing it again or not. There we go, and punish Eggman again for being an idiot. Ow. You iced me. Not a fan of that. So you go over to this one, and then bop it a couple of times, and now to bop Eggman even more times. And back to the grind of these things. There we go. That person out. And the last one, now that he's not bombarding it. Last phase. It feels like with this game they messed up the lock-on mechanic a little bit. Oh, that might just be me. Like, it seems like it's not quite as effective as it used to be. For the homing attacks, anyways. There we go. Let everyone else beat him up. Good. And we got the S rank. Nice. Now we'll do some spins, which we can just do quickly. Oh, we got the Rider's Chow. Fun. And the... what was that? Racer Chow. A lot of it is just the rings, though. Oh, we got the Burst Power Trail. Huh. Oh, we got a second one. Somehow. And Sun-Kissed Chow. More rings. And that Traveler Chow. Good enough. Is that a VIP link, though? It's not VIP as far as I'm aware. It just... If you get in, you get in. I don't know. I don't even know I don't think Roblox has a VIP thing. Shadow, what movies have you seen recently? I mean, not many recently. It's not that I can think of off the top of my head. Last thing I can think of that I watched was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs because Knuckles wanted to watch it and wanted a buddy to watch it with him, and I unfortunately agreed. But yeah, aside from that, not much. Now back in Green Hill, or if everyone will congregate here again. Also, I think I saw a Werehog Sonic at some point. You know, the version of him that's probably the worst. What's your favorite book genre? I enjoy murder mystery. Keeps me at least somewhat captivated as opposed to, you know, more the feel-good type stories. For some reason, it's something I can't join, which is why I asked. Well, unfortunately, I'm not the person to ask about this. I don't really know much about how Roblox operates as a game, so... I just know the VIP thing, well, not VIP, just the server itself isn't VIP. I think you just have to be, like, 13 or older or whatever the thing is on the settings. I'm not sure exactly. Also, for the person who keeps asking for my username, I'm not going to add people. I don't add strangers on Roblox. It's not a thing. Ever been to Hot Topic before? Yes, I've been inside a Hot Topic. It was an experience. Obviously I saw some of my branding there, because, you know, it's me. But, yeah. Yeah, for people in chat who like to spam, just don't do that. Or else you'll have to be, you know, banned. Excited to see yourself in the third Sonic movie? Yes. Yes, I am. Someone in-game said, Shadow, look at me. I see you. What about it? So let me see if I can... Yeah. Okay, I have enough slots for more chows or anything if I need. I see that you are golden, and I do not all that much care. It was not a hard skin to unlock. I also have it. Because, I mean, it was just literally sit there for 3 hours, occasionally pressing the button to make sure you're not logged out. That's about it. Getting the grind shoe Sonic was somehow harder. And that's just, you know, Sonic just with different shoes. Yes, I also have the gold one. Yeah. Who do you want to voice you in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie? Probably Keanu Reeves. He'd do a good job, I'd imagine. Aside from that, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know too many celebrities, per se. Also, yes, Sean, I see your message about the rings. It's very easy to get, you know, a lot of rings in this game. At least it is now. Shadow, I thought we were friends. I don't know who you are. Also, thank you, Lightning Tiger, for the 199. Who knows you the most, Sonic, Ray, or ooh, Tails? I think probably Ray at this point. He's gotten under my skin more than anyone else. I'm Naomi. I see that by your name. It does not make me recognize you immediately. I don't know. I'm good with either Keanu Reeves or Jason Griffith. Yes, Jason would also be a good pick. He was probably the most accurate to me. I feel like Shadow would see the Mario movie only to spite Sonic. Who told you about that? Who told you my plan? Anyways. Let's see. Would you rather finally defeat Eggman for once and for all, or finally have a good day for once in your life? I've had good days in the past. Not like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would rather probably just beat up Eggman, but, you know, that would also constitute as me having a good day, so, yeah. Shadow, do you like Mega Man X? I mean, yeah, the Mega Man games are pretty good. X especially is, you know, pretty up there in terms of 2D platformers. Though personally I like Zero. Zero is a cool character. Let's see. You ever wondered how it feels to use Knuckles gloves? I never thought about it before, but I can't imagine it being very comfortable for someone who doesn't have, you know, his knuckles. Especially considering how large his hands are. Shadow, why aren't you in Sonic Frontiers? Because that would entail having to be near them when they, you know, were transported to the island, and I don't really hang out with Sonic. So there's no real reason for me to be there. What's your favorite fruit? Personally, I like watermelon. I don't have a favorite. I don't eat food. It's not really a thing. Weirdest dream you've had? I don't know about weird dreams. Trying to think of any. There was one time I dreamt that Ray was somehow in my room and was watching me sleep, but then it turned out he actually was, and he was just looking to see if I had any onion rings. So it wasn't really much of a dream, more of just an unfortunate experience. A rude awakening, if you will. So what's your favorite anime? Isn't it that one with the girl that has the scissor sword? Yes. Yes, it is. Let's see. Shadow, are you the ultimate life form? Yes. Of course. And why wouldn't I be? Everyone wants to hang out with Shadow, but he just doesn't care. I give as much care as I need to. That's about it. If everyone wants to stand and crowd around me, that's their own business. How did you feel about Ray joining Team Dark? He hasn't really joined, which is why he put it in the parentheses. I appreciate that. But as for Ray being there, not my favorite. Not a big fan myself, I have to say. If it could be in any other franchise other than Sega, what would it be? Probably Devil May Cry. I feel like I would fit in there. Even if, you know, most of them are humans, I could still fit in with that side of, or style of, you know, fighting. That or Doom. I could get down with the Doom Slayer. Kill some demons, have a bit of fun. Completely random question, but Shadow, do you own a mirror? Yes. Yes, I do. And I have to check my quills before going out and looking presentable. Let's see. Would you be able to defeat Dante? I mean, probably, yeah. I think in terms of power, I would probably dominate a little bit in the DMC universe. I mean, just considering, you know, my own power. I doubt they'd be able to keep up with me. Shadow, what's your favorite soundtrack in the Sonic games? I mean, do I really need to say it? I think you guys know at this point. What other flower scents do you like besides lavender? Can't think of too many off the top of my head, but sunflowers have an interesting smell to them, even if it's a bit more subtle. If the Avengers had Shadow, Thanos wouldn't stand a chance. Considering the fact that I'm basically a time stone whenever I've got an emerald, yeah, pretty much. Shadow, if there was any Sonic Speed Simulator event that you would rather play for the whole Sonic Speed Simulator, what would it be? Maya is your event. You mean just which events I would rather have in the game just forever? Because I think being able to play as me is essential, so definitely my event, yes. Shadow, what does your daily day look like? I'm going to assume you meant to type, what does your daily life look like, and in which case, it's mostly just hanging out at the base, occasionally going over to Knuckles' computer to, play games, and then helping him watch out for the Emerald when he's playing games on his computer. Shadow, can you help me get you? You have to do it on your own. I can't help. You just have to do all the missions. Give me 100 reasons why I think you could beat Sonic. That's far too many reasons. I only need one. I'm better. Are quills naturally red or are they tinted? Is that really a question? Of course they're natural. I'm all natural. Well, except for, of course, my creation, but that's besides the point. You actually have a 20-step skin care routine? Yes. In the mornings you have to be careful to make sure that you're looking fine, and not, unsightly. Sonic doesn't really care for his skin, and that's why he's going to age much faster than I am. That and, the fact that he's a biological hedgehog and I, was created in a lab, so I have a naturally longer lifespan. Would you be jealous of movie Shadow? Why would I? He and I are basically the same. Have you ever seen Tokyo Ghoul? I saw, I think, the first season of it. I mean, it was okay. Not exactly my kind of thing, though. Someone else says the Netflix chow looks like, which is just literally a chow with the Netflix logo and some popcorn, which is very weird. So in other words, you'll be 50 forever. It's more like I was, around 15 when I was frozen, and I was asleep for 50 years, and, obviously I didn't age since I was cryo-frozen, and I'll be like this for a good while. Sonic, I see you in chat. I see what you're typing. I know you're there. Yes, that's right, it's probably someone else on Sonic's account, considering the fact that, he's out in another dimension or something. What is that? Is that Ray on there or something? Is that who? Yeah, Ray, you can go back to finding shiny things for Rouge. I don't need your sass. Oh, and there's the B-boy. Hello, Charmy. How was your playdate with Cream? You're dying? Oh yeah, that's right, you had to cancel because you were sick. That was it. Will we get to see that playdate? No, because, as I said, Charmy is currently sick in bed and can't go out and do things, but, you know. Ray, I am going to nuke you into orbit if you so much as touch my spare rings. Yeah, oops. After the stream, I'll be having a bit of a chat. Rouge can't help you here. Anyways, back to the chat questions. Shadow question: if you're able to see Marie again, and I'm going to stop right there. We're not talking about Marie in stream. Stop. I have Rouge on speed dial. Charmy, she's not going to be able to save him from what I have to say. And from what I'm going to do. Rouge says leave him alone, Shadow. He's just playing. Yeah, I'm not going to be as lenient with you anymore, Ray. I hope you know that you're on thin ice. Shadow, do you like Taylor Swift? A few of her songs are catchy. No, I'm not. I'm sitting on a chair, dummy. You know, every time that you say something stupid, I add a tally. And once that tally is at 100, well, you can imagine what'll happen next. And currently you're sitting at, let's see, 78. You've got about 28 more. So use them wisely, because after you do, you won't be able to use anything again. Is that close? Very. Be afraid. Be like Charmy. 79. And in case you're wondering how it went from 72 all the way up to 79, I added on some extras just because I felt like it. Well, Ray, it's my tally, so I get to say what happens. Yeah, go and tell Rouge. I do not care. I could not care any less than I already don't. To Shadow, have you seen the movie Jurassic World Dominion? I haven't seen Jurassic World at all. The only ones I've seen were the original Jurassic Park movies, and even then it's been a while. Shadow, do you really have no memory of SA2? I have memories. I know what happened. Shadow, have you seen ReZero Starting Life in Another World? No, I haven't. I don't watch that much anime. Just about enough to know what's culturally going on. Hey Shadow, since you're grumpy and playing games, does that make you a game grump? Considering the game grumps aren't even angry when playing their games, I don't think so. Not sure that exactly qualifies. A wingspan, get out of the way. What? I don't even know what Charmy's saying at this point. Could you have defeated Perfect Chaos? I mean, yeah, probably. Considering he was just, you know, a giant water monster, yeah. There was a Fatalis stood in front of you. Now he's behind you. Is that what that is? This looks like a regular dragon person to me. With an Adidas shirt for some reason. That's weird branding. Hey Shadow, how fast can your motorcycle go? Fast. I don't really look at speedometers, because, I mean, who needs a limit for speed? Hey Shadow, if moths have a short lifespan, why do they spend all day flying into my light bulbs? I don't know, you'll have to ask them. So no amnesia. That's not what Sonic Hero says. Well, obviously, that's a bit of a different situation because I actually was able to play the games because, you know, they're games at the end of the day. So I know at least what happened. I have memory of that. Do you have a favorite shade of red like crimson or scarlet? I prefer a nice deep red. One that contrasts well against other backgrounds. If you had a chance to change of species, what would you choose? I don't think I probably would change because, I mean, I'm already fine with being a hedgehog. I'm good enough as is. To Shadow, have you played Bendy and the Ink Machine? No, I haven't. Though I think Charmy did at some point. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? You know, Charmy, I think there's a bear in the woods that's calling your name right now. Hey Shadow, why do they call them a pair of pants when you only get one? Because there's two pants. A pant is what goes over each leg. So it's a pair of pants. You know what, Ray, if you want a real brain teaser, why is it that your nose can run and your feet can smell? Yeah, chew on that one for a little bit. It's the biggest ring you found. I don't really count the size or anything, it just, I go into them if I need to. Hey Shadow, do you need a silencer to shoot a mime? No, but I probably need one to shoot you. If bacon is bacon and cookies are cookies, why do you cook bacon and bake cookies? Shadow, what is the new Illumination movie? The Mario one, you mean? To Shadow, have you seen Sonic Prime? Yes. Yes, I have. Shadow, what is your favorite drink? Probably coffee. Though I don't need to drink, so I don't do it often. But if I were to, probably coffee. Yeah. Shadow, if your accent color wasn't red, what would you want it to be? Probably just black. So I could be all black then. I mean, obviously the red works better, but all black wouldn't look bad either. How long can you be underwater? About as long as I need to be. And I can basically breathe in space, so water's not a big issue either. Shadow, do you eat coffee beans? Yes. Yes, I do. Shadow, why in Jamaican do the words bacon it and beer can sound the same? I don't know. Ask a Jamaican person. Shadow, which Team Dark member do you prefer, Rouge or Omega? I think I probably prefer Omega, if anything, because, you know, he and I have very similar personalities. Charmy, why did you type fartreverb.mp4? That's not even the right file format, it would be an MP3. And it would sound like this. Doing it in chat doesn't really have the same effect. Else, thank you Isaac FG69 for the 199. And they just typed an egg. That is an egg. No, it's a video. Yeah, sure, Charmy, whatever you say. You don't like Rouge? It's not that I dislike her, it's just that I think I do prefer Omega. Because he has much less of a tendency to tease me about random things. Shadow, are you married? No. I am not married, as I don't really need to be. Shadow, why do people ship you and Rouge? Because they'll ship anything if it catches their fancy. We're on the same team, and she's a girl and I'm a guy. That's about all that they need. Shadow, who's your second favorite hedgehog? I don't know. I can't really think of any off the top of my head that I particularly like. I guess probably second would have to be Amy, I guess. Hey Shadow, how come you can't taste your own tongue? Because your tongue is the thing that you use to taste. That's just how it is. It's also the fact that you're already used to the taste of your own tongue, so you don't notice it. Hypothetical question. If you were to choose one food to survive on for the rest of your life, what would it be? I don't need to survive on food. I don't eat. How can my feet smell if they don't have a nose? And why can your nose run when it doesn't have feet? Does Amy often confuse you with Sonic? She hasn't done that in a long time. You don't have a stomach? I do, I just don't really need to eat to fill it or anything. I can basically just run off pure chaos energy. Hey Shadow, come hot dog buns come in a pack of 6 when hot dogs come in packs of 4? Because they don't. Hot dogs come in packs of 6 or more. I don't know why you would think they would come in packs of 4. Well, someone's been stealing your hot dogs or something. It's not how it works. Shadow, have you met the Babylon Rogues? Yes, I had the unfortunate chance to meet all of them, and it wasn't a pleasant time. Also because Jet is extremely annoying. Sonic stole them. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shadow, what are your most anticipated movies for 2023? There's not really much coming out in 2023 that I'm particularly excited for. The only thing I can think of is the Mario movie, but that's about it. Even that's not particularly exciting to me, because I, don't really care much for Mario. Since you basically run on chaos energy, can you run out of chaos energy? And if so, what happens? I don't run out. I mean, I can deplete my resources temporarily, but otherwise, I regain them over time. It's basically like my stamina. Hey Shadow, where do you get your shoes? I don't. I have them. I've always had them. I didn't get them from anywhere. Shadow, have you found the 4th Chaos Emerald? Yes, I found that damn 4th Chaos Emerald. So they are part of your feet? No, I've just always had them for as long as I can remember. Shadow, do you respect Knuckles more than Sonic? Yes. Yes, I do. Do you play basketball? Not really, no. I mean, unless it's for the Olympic Games, in which case, I make an exception. can you take your shoes off? Yes, I can, though I don't really want to. I think those shoes look better than Sonic's shoes anyway. Yes, they do have more style to them than Sonic's shoes, though Sonic has more variants, obviously. Shadow, do you have weird smelly feet? Ray, I'm going to ban you from the chat if you keep acting like this. Don't ask gross questions. I am not afraid to lock out your account. That's a yes, it's not. I don't have smelly feet. I take care of myself, unlike you, who's constantly smelling like weird fried foods. Would you be able to beat Sonic in a race without your shoes? I mean, dude, I feel like it'd be very odd to run without shoes in general. I don't know why I would do that. Sonic has weird shoes in Sonic Prime. His shoes are plot devices, so we can accept them being a bit odd. The hypothetical question I had was, if you had to survive off of one food, what would it be? Now, you don't need to eat, but if you did. I don't really know. I don't really have much experience eating food, so I don't know what ones would be good. And if I had to eat food, I'd probably have to eat for nutrition. So, whatever is the most nutritious meal, I guess. What's your opinion on Mephiles? He's just kind of a knockoff, isn't he? You know, of me. Ray, I'm timing you out. I'm also banning that person that's posting as Sonic. I don't need more on my channel. I dare you to wear Sonic's shoes, Shadow. I don't think I'll be doing that, considering his probably smell like garbage. To Shadow, do you think Infinite's still alive? Yeah. I don't imagine he would be dead. At least, I don't think so. Oh, hold on. I have an incoming call. Yes?
You timed me out for it, damn it!
I timed you out because you were being a nuisance.
No, I wasn't. I was asking questions, because you're clearly just sitting there not playing a game, just talking to your chat, so I wanted to ask questions. You're
Let me
not
read back
answering
your
the questions.
messages then, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
read it back.
You said, "Hey Shadow, do you have weird, smelly feet?"
You do though. I've smelled them. I can smell them when we're at the Team Dark place.
Last I checked, you've never been anywhere near my feet.
You know I'm funny boy.
That's gross. And then you also asked later, "Hey Shadow, why do your feet smell?"
Well, they do. See, look, there's this time, okay? You were sleeping. You just got back from a mission. You remember the other day? You got back from the mission. You said, "Don't disturb me, cause I'm gonna sleep." And everyone was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And I was collecting shiny things anyway. And I came back, and Rouge and Omega came up, and they asked me, "You should go in and take off Shadow's shoes and look at his feet. They're real weird." So I was like,
I don't think either of them said that.
And they were like, "Don't wake him up though, because you probably will get chaos blasted." I was like, "Okay, I got it." So I snuck in there real quick, because I'm pretty good at being sneaky, and I'm pretty good at being quiet sometimes. Anyway, but then I took off one of your shoes, and it was like, gross. Why do you ever wash your feet? Would you just keep those shoes on all the time?
I wash my feet often. This entire story seems very fictitious.
See, I'm starting to think you just wash the shoes and don't take your feet out of them.
Ray, I'm going to hang up now. Goodbye.
Why would you do that?
There we go. Anyhow, back to stream. Ray has an odd obsession with feet. He's just like Mort. I don't know who Mort is, but yes. Shadow, do you speak Spanish? Not much. Only about the basics. Shadow, he's trolling you? Yeah, that certainly seems to be the case. I'm not going to acknowledge it anymore. Shadow, what are your thoughts on Silver? He's certainly interesting. Yes, and also I didn't get to read Fred the Fish's donation. Thank you for the $9.99. He said, somebody touch on my spaghetti. Yes. Somebody indeed touch on my spaghetti. Can you see a Spanish word? Alright. Rojo. It's red in Spanish. There you go. You learned your Spanish word for the day. Shadow can say hola. Yes, I can also say that. Shadow, if they don't friend, remind me, and how? What? I don't know what that... What? And someone in chat said C. Yes, C. Shadow, do you like roller coasters? I mean, I feel like I get just about as much thrill from just running normally, but a roller coaster is nice every once in a while, I guess. Shadow, did you watch Puss in Boots 2? Yes. Yes, I did. It was actually good. Speaketh upon me with a language that I understand. Omelette du fromage. There you go, Charmy. To Shadow, since we know you have used guns in the past, what is your favorite gun? Hard to say exactly if I have a favorite, considering there's a lot that are just, you know, good. I'd say somewhere between the AK-47 and probably M14. Shadow, are you excited for Knuckles' new show? Well, he certainly is. I couldn't really care too much about it because, you know, it's not me exactly, so it's not my thing. But for him, he's very excited. He's been talking about it a lot. What if Tails volunteered to be your gunsmith? I doubt he could do it. I mean, I don't think really Tails knows how to make guns properly. If he does, it's usually more laser-based weapons. Hey Shadow, since we already have you in Android Shadow and Speed Simulator, what other versions of you would like to see in game? Super Shadow, Vampire Shadow? Probably Super version of me would be good. At least just to have in there. Now let's see. Do Shadow is your favorite character from Puss in Boots 2? Death. Death in Puss in Boots is actually quite good. Shadow, if you ever got a pet, what would you get? I guess if I had to get a normal pet, probably a cat. I mean, cats are alright, they have, you know, the agency to do things on their own and not have to worry about people constantly having attention. So yeah, a cat. The golden Sonic statue at the beginning on the Green Hill stage is what? That they cut off there. You mad at me? Ray, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed that you exist. Super Shadow looks cooler than Super Sonic. Don't tell him I said that. Lol. Well, it's a bit, you know, too late for that. Cat's out of the bag. But you're correct, so I'll let it pass. Ouch. Let's see. Hey Shadow, what is one thing you like about Sonic? As far as actually liking him in any way, I do respect his ability to go fast. His speed is actually commendable, and he does sometimes save the day, so he has at least some of my respect. What are your thoughts on Sage from Sonic Frontiers? I mean, she's another Eggman creation, so she's probably not going to turn out very good. But then again, there's things in the past that have happened that are worse, I guess, so maybe she won't be as bad as them. If Sega decided to make another Shadow game, what do you think it will be about? Probably just me working as a gun operative and having to save the world or something like that. At least that's what I imagine it would be. Favorite hoverboard in Sonic Speed Simulator besides your hoverboard? I don't even think mine is in here, is it? I mean, even when it came to actually playing Sonic Riders where the hoverboards are from, I mostly just use my shoes. But I think probably favorite hoverboard, at least for me, is the potential hoverboard. It looks good. Has sort of a gamer flair to it. To Shadow, since when were you working with gun? For a long while? I mean, yeah, it's kind of been a thing. Would you like an FPS shooter game kind of like Ultra Kill, but you are the main character? Yes. Yes, I would. That'd be a good gameplay style for me, I think. Would be fitting. Android Anomaly has it. You need to complete it to unlock it. Hold on, let me go look. Let's see, where's this event at? Was it up here, or... No, it was Tails working on it somewhere, I can't remember. Oh yeah, there it is. Android Anomaly. Oh yes, I haven't done that yet to get it. I'll probably do that later so I can actually, you know, use it. Let me see, how close am I anyway to it? Wait, there we go. How many more do I need? Need to get to 500. Yeah, I'll be doing that one later since I don't feel like going out of my way to do all that right now. And plus, having to do all the, you know, races to get all the things is a bit tedious, considering you just do the same thing, you know, like 50 times in a row. Also, thank you, Lightning Tiger, for the $4.99. Oh wait, there's already some Shadow Chow in there. I can see him behind you. Yes, there's a Dark Chow, though it's not, obviously, you know, the me version of the Chow. It's a bit different. Just the regular Dark Chow. Shadow, what is your favorite non-Sonic video game? I think possibly Doom Eternal. That one is a fair bit of fun. And plus, it just feels good to play. Like, it feels rewarding. Least favorite version of you from games, comics, shows, etc. Probably the Lego version of me, because it seems very stupid and silly to have me as a Lego, but if people enjoy that, then I guess that's what they like. Even so, they're just not my favorite. To Shadow, do you hate Eggman? Yes. He's just a big, stupid, smelly, weird old man who wants to take over Mobius for some reason, and obviously we have to stop him every time. Hey Shadow, would you take off your inhibitor rings right now? No, because then everything would explode. It would be catastrophic to say the least. Shadow, what do you think about Boom Shadow? Over edgy, doesn't really sound like me at all. It's just dumb. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, Lego version of me is at least better than Boom version. Yeah, I'll take Lego version of me over Boom version any day. I was thinking Lightning Tiger for again. It's not the one, or not the one with you, it's over there behind you. Oh yes, these ones. These are here, actually. Do I even have enough Robux for that? I do, I guess. Huh. You know what? Sure, I'll get it. Just, why not? Then we'll do some upgrading so that we can, you know, make them as powerful as we can. I mean, we might as well. I have all the red star rings and, you know, regular rings that I'd need. There we go. And now upgrade the next one. Luckily, I already have a lot of stuff in this game, so I can just easily do this. How's it on Mobius? Calm for the moment, though I'm sure that's subject to change soon enough, as it always does. But for now, at least, we're fine. Now let's see. Max level for that. And now last one. And there we go. Max level. And now, you can unequip all of these, and then equip all of the me ones. Much better. I have my own little entourage now. Shadow, you have so many rings. Yes. I have... Well, I had 1.5 billion, but now it's at 1.4. Shadow, do you own a suit? Yes, for particular special occasions I do have a suit. You ever thought about stealing the Master Emerald while watching it for Knuckles? I wouldn't have any reason to. A normal emerald works fine for me. I don't need anything more. Plus, that would mean the entire island going down and crushing a bunch of animals in the process. I'd rather not to, have any unnecessary casualties. Five Chaos Babies, yes. Imagine all 5 of them using Chaos Control at once. It'd be havoc. Can you lift the Master Emerald, though? Yes, very easily. It's not even that heavy. Ever heard of Scourge the Hedgehog? Isn't he from the comics? The one that's basically just green Sonic? Not exactly my style of person to get to know, so I don't really know him. Do you need your rocket shoes to go fast? No. I can move just fine on my own without having the shoes on. It just, it's nicer, easier glide. Makes things a bit more fun. Anyhow, I think on that note, we're actually going to end off for today because we've been going for a little over an hour at this point, and I'd rather like to get back to Team Dark Base. So, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell so you might see any videos from me, and comment if your part of the stream was if you're watching afterwards. So, we'll see you all next time.